A normal person. What is a normal person? Someone who's never done anything heinous? Right. But has he never even thought about it? Or maybe he never thought about it, but something inside him thought it. The idea popped into his head 10 or 30 years ago. Maybe he fought it off and forgot about it, and he wasn't afraid because he knew he'd never carry it out. Right. But now imagine that suddenly, in broad daylight, among other people, he meets it embodied, chained to him, indestructible. What then? What do you have then? The station. Then you have Solaris Station. But what could it actually be? I asked hesitantly. You're not a criminal, after all, nor Sartorius. Come on, Kelvin, you're a psychologist. Who hasn't had a dream like that? An imagining. Think of the fetishist who's in love with, I don't know, some dirty underwear, who risks his skin to obtain by hook or by crook a disgusting scrap of cloth that he adores. That has to be amusing, right? He's disgusted by the object of his desire, and yet at the same time crazy about it, prepared to put his life in danger for it. His passion may equal Romeo's for Juliet. Such things happen, it's undeniable. But surely you understand there are also other things, situations, the kind that no one has dared enact beyond their own thoughts, in a single moment of confusion, breakdown, madness, call it what you will, after which the word becomes flesh. That's all. That's all? I repeated mindlessly in a hollow voice. My head was in a whirl. But the station. What does the station have to do with it? Surely you're kidding. This whole time, I'm talking about Solaris. Nothing but Solaris. It's not my fault if it's so drastically different from your expectations. Besides, you've already seen enough to at least hear me out. We head out into space, ready for anything, which is to say, for solitude, arduous work, self-sacrifice, and death. Out of modesty, we don't say it aloud, but from time to time we think about how magnificent we are. In the meantime, we're not trying to conquer the universe. All we want is to expand Earth to its limits. Some planets are said to be as hot and dry as the Sahara, others as icy as the poles, or tropical as the Brazilian jungle. We're humanitarian and noble. We've no intention of subjugating other races. We only want to impart our values to them, and in return, to appropriate their heritage. We see ourselves as knights of the holy contact. That's another falsity. We're not searching for anything except people. We don't need other worlds. We need mirrors. We don't know what to do with other worlds. One world is enough. Even there we feel stifled. We desire to find our own idealized image. They're supposed to be globes, civilizations more perfect than ours. In other worlds, we expect to find the image of our own primitive pasts. Yet, on the other side, there's something we refuse to accept, that we fend off. Though after all, from Earth we didn't bring merely a distillation of virtues, the heroic figure of humankind. We came here as we truly are, and when the other side shows us that truth, the part of it we pass over in silence, we're unable to come to terms with it. Then what is it? I asked, after having heard him out patiently. It's what we wanted. Contact with another civilization. We have it. This contact. Our own monstrous ugliness, our own buffoonery and shame, magnified as if it was under a microscope.